It's absolutely no secret that I love a pint of Vaux. And I know I'm not the first Mackem to say that. In fact, Mackems have been sharing my love of Vaux for almost 200 years. As back in the early 1800s, a man named Cuthbert Vaux and his family decided to get into the brewing business. And in 1837, they opened their first brewery on the corner of Matlock and Cumberland Street right here in Sunderland. And at this point, Sunderland was a thriving industrial town. And after a hard day's graft, having a pint became a part of everyday life. And because of this, the Vaux Brewery continued to grow and expand. And come the early 1900s, it was well known throughout the region and beyond. In the early 1980s, Vaux became the sponsor of Sunderland AFC, and the famous red and white shirt featured the block capital letters spelling out Vaux. And it was around this time that Vaux started buying up hotels and expanded into the hospitality business. And this would ultimately lead to its demise, as finances had advised the company to stop its brewing production despite it still being profitable and instead focus on its hospitality elements. And behind the scenes, things appear to have gotten a little bit messy. And ultimately, on the 2nd of July 1999, the brewery closed down, causing over 700 people to be jobless and the name Vaux disappearing. Now, it is worth noting that the hotel and pub side of the business did not thrive. The newly named Swallow Group of hotels and inns was taken over by Whitbread in 2000, in which most hotels were actually rebranded as Marriott's, and most of the pubs were taken over by Brewers Fayre. And ultimately, the Swallow hotels collapsed in 2006. Some of the old Vaux lines, such as Samson and Double Maxim, were revived by one of the old Vaux directors, and you can still get this today. Then attention turned to the former brewery site, and this was supposed to become a Tesco's. However, this turned into a massive legal battle, and eventually, after 10 years of nothing, Sunderland Council won the land back from Tesco and were able to actually start building on it. First came Keele Square in 2015, then came the Beam, the New City Hall, Maker and Faber, and most recently Keele Crossing, which all sit on the former Vaux site. And of course, there is the new eye hospital being built around this site too. And today, this site is still known as the Vaux site. And the Vaux Brewery has been memorialised in this statue over on Keele Square. It's one of their famous dray horse carts, built by Ray Lonsdale. Now, every fairy tale has a happy ending, and in April 2019, the Sunderland Brewing Company resurrected the Vaux brand, and a new Vaux brewery opened in Sunderland, coincidentally near the big Tesco, who had originally planned to open up on their old site. So let me know if you knew the history of Vaux Brewery. If you made it all the way to the end, comment a pint emoji, because cheers to that, and as always, follow me for more Mackem Life.